So for the coaches who are here, when I ask the question, all you need to do is raise your little emoji hand. It's on the three dots, and then raise it. I'm gonna ask three coaches to answer each question. And like I said at the end, you guys are free to ask us anything. So my first question is, what are your non-negotiables every single day as a coach with the job? What do you do without a question before the day ends for your coaching job? Meg.
I'm going to apologize. So I hope you can hear me. But non-negotiables, yeah, my computer's saying my internet connection's unstable. Non-negotiables, I teach full time. So I show up for myself first with my workout and my own like personal development. I make sure that I'm talking with people daily, like about life in general. And then I make sure that people know that they have this opportunity to come join me, and that if I can do it while teaching full time and raising a 1-year-old, you definitely can do it too.
Lauren.
Hi. Okay, so as a busy mom and teacher, same as what Meg kind of said, right away in the morning, I push play on my workout, and then I also do my morning routine. I read Miracle Morning a few years ago, and I made it work for me. And then a non-negotiable is I pull out the tracker, which Beachbody provides. I go through it as much as I can. I don't hit everything on it because as a busy teacher and mom and all of the things, sometimes I don't have time to go through the whole tracker, but I at least try to do a few things on that.
Tiffany.
So just like Lauren and Meg both said, like my number one priority, no matter what, is always I'm getting my workout in and I'm working on me. Whenever I started coaching, it had nothing to do with like having some internal transformation, but the further I got into it, I realized how important that really was and how much it's changed me. So I'm always doing my workout. I'm always doing some form of personal development or like my morning routine with my gratitude journal, and then pouring in to the people that have decided that they want to work out and they want to work on themselves too, because that is a huge part of our job, is just pouring into people, encouraging people, and showing them what all is possible and the importance of working on them. So no matter what, those are the things that always happen, regardless of what else is going on in my life.
Love it. Okay, second question. I know there will probably be a lot of you that want to answer this one, and probably a lot of you listening here will relate to these. So, before you started coaching, what was your biggest fear or fears? Shelby.
I would say social media, because I was not like on at all, really. I mean, I was a coaster, if you will, just watching people. But even that, like, I really wasn't on that much. And so it's like, okay, I'm gonna have to like figure out how to like do anything social media related. And I'm gonna have to figure out like, time, like take that time to do that, which I didn't really have at the time, a little extra time. And so I think really just like getting over that was like the biggest thing for me. And what I've like come to find that was like helpful for me in that was taking like the steps that I wanted to take. So like at first I shared like what I was eating, and I shared like when I worked out. And then like eventually I got comfortable with like, okay, then I like shared my workout, and then I started talking on my story. And I think that like that is one of the best things about coaching, is that you get to make it what you want to, and you don't have to like, no, like, yes, we're here to help you, give you as many tips and things that like worked for us, but we aren't like, we're not your boss, like you're your boss. So you get to do whatever you want to with coaching.
I think I saw Kelsey's hand raised, but now I've lost her. Kelsey?
Wait, were we on fears?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay. That's what I thought. That's why I raised my hand. So I was scared of literally everything about this job. And ditto what Shelby said, like I was terrified of social media. I was never on social media. I also couldn't stick with my workouts at all. And so I was inconsistent. Like I would for a little bit and then I'd give up and get mad at myself. And then I would give up completely. So I was scared of failing at my own health journey because I felt like I couldn't stick with it by myself. I was terrified of like not making money. I was terrified of like being the salesy girl that you see everywhere. So I was scared of a lot and I never thought I would do something like this ever. And I remember the first time that I got on social media, like I was like shaking talking on my story. I still have the recording and I was just like, but so I just kind of did it and did it scared. And I'm so thankful I did because coaching has impacted my life in so many ways. So if you're scared, just do it scared.
Okay, I'm raising my little virtual hand too. My biggest fear, I think, was what people would think. And I'm not usually that person, but this felt different for me. And I think it's because there's so much out there on social media that's making fun of people who do businesses like this. Like they'll even say like businesses like this, you know. There's so much that made me feel like people were going to be talking about me. And eventually I just got to this place where I was thinking about it every day. I was watching my mentor doing it. And I thought, what's the worst that can happen? Like, what if I do this and I actually do make money? And I actually called some of my family members and some of my best friends. And I was like, okay, I'm really thinking about this. What would you guys think if I did it? Because that's really all I cared about was I didn't want my family and closest friends to be like, this is really stupid. Like, what is she doing? And every single one of them was like, if you just act like yourself, it's not going to be dumb. Like, just be you. And that was the best advice they could give me because every single step of my business, I have just been myself and authentic to my convictions. And if something felt off, or if I saw somebody else sending a message that I knew would have made me uncomfortable or cringe, I just don't do those things. If you've ever received a message in your inbox for another company, or you've seen something on social media that you're like, oh, that's so cringy, just don't do it. I think Shelby was the one who mentioned it's your own job. You're the boss. You are literally in control of every single step. And I took hold of that from day one. And I don't do things that feel cringy or make me uncomfortable. And you don't have to either. Okay, I love this question. So I'm going to have 4 people answer this one. Hannah, I saw your hand up, so go ahead.
Well, it's not, I just was scared I wouldn't have time like for another thing. And because I loved the idea of it, I watched Paige pay her debt off. I'm a missionary in Mexico. So I was like, that's really ideal right now is to pay off my student loans. But I was like, do I have time for another thing? And I was very similar with Paige. I was like, I'm giving myself 6 months to make money. If I enjoy this, if this is working, awesome. If not, worst thing is I was taking care of myself and I tried something new. And so I started my day one, the day I signed up with Paige, and I have seen success and made time for it because it's now something I love. And it gives me the energy and the enthusiasm to continue doing all the other things I was doing. So instead of adding to my plate, it was the filler so that I can continue doing everything else. So that was my fear.
Love it. Thank you. Okay. Tiffany was the one who mentioned something about challenge groups and how she pours into her own clients that signed up with her. And for those of you here who are here listening, you should know that is the job. Okay. Social media is the vehicle to the job, which is actually helping people and encouraging them through these programs. So I want to know from you guys, in your own words, what is a challenge group and how do you run your groups? Erin.
Hey guys, so I'm popping on a little late. I was trying to get my workout done, but I think a challenge group for me is just women doing life together, honestly, like us just living life and showing up for each other and like encouraging each other, inspiring each other. I know that my ladies, like there's times even as a coach, like that you're going to have times where you're like, I do not want to do this. And like sometimes when I go on and I look at my challenge group and I already see ladies that are showing up, like that empowers me and it like makes me motivated to like go do my workout too. And so it's just us doing life together and sharing. And I know my groups have like, I have one that's like a long group that like stays open like the whole year. And so we've gotten to know each other like super, super well. We'll like introduce new people and it's like super exciting. And then I have another group that's like just a group that's like doing the same program together. And like right now we're doing 21 Day Fix. And like when we're doing that program together, it's so empowering. It's so like, there's so much strength in it because we're all saying the same thing. Like we're all like, oh my gosh, that workout was so hard, or my booty is on fire, or my abs hurt so bad. And then we're also able to like share life with each other, like the details of like this today was really rough and this workout was great for me, things like that. And so I just think it's women doing life together. And like we need that as women and as mamas, like we need support, and having people that are on the same page with you is just so powerful.
Lauren.
Yeah, so I totally agree with what Erin said. It's just women doing life together, whether that's working full time or being a mom or being a wife or whatever it may be. A few years into my business, Tiffany and I met first in person. And then after that, we started running our challenge groups together. And we've tried a lot of different things. We've tried like Facebook groups, we've tried like text chains, we've tried lots of different things, the Beachbody platform for that as well. And we're in a really good spot right now. We're doing it on GroupMe, and it's really chill. And yes, we share like our sweaty selfies and like what we're eating and Shakeology and all of that stuff, but we're also sharing like very personal things that we're going through. And so we've set this space that women can be vulnerable and share. And I feel like in the 4 years I've been in the business, the challenge groups are always a positive space. Like we are always encouraging each other. We're always supporting each other. There's no like negativity. And so when we talk about the community is real. Like it is there, and we are here to like be with you in every stage of life.
I love that. I used to say before I started this, the best thing about my Facebook was I was a part of this Golden Doodle page, and I'd scroll Facebook and I would see the cutest dogs. And now what I see usually when I'm scrolling on Facebook is my girls in my groups checking in and encouraging the crap out of each other every single day. Like it really is this bright spot of your life where it's like all of these people are working to better themselves and I get to be a part of it. And I hope you see that every single one of these women that have shared, we all do it differently. And it's all right. Like it's all okay. You can do it however you want to. Hannah, go ahead.
Challenge groups are my absolute favorite part of this job. It is the job. And I think for me, watching women do things they didn't think that they could do, giving them a space that like, I know I need community and I'm reaching out and I have my coach community, but I had a girl sign up with me who was like, I was just looking for a believer. I needed a friend who believed in God and I needed that. And I was like, whoa, like, I forget that there's some people who don't have the community. And so creating a space where they feel loved and seen and can do hard things and know that they're not alone. I don't know, it just gets me really fired up. And I'm doing a 9-week program with 10 women and just watching, like I've had texts all week saying, I did not think that I could be doing this and I'm doing it. And Or I had one that said, I just did 5 workouts for the first time in my life for a whole week. And she's like, I've never felt this good. And that, I'm like, I'll go look stupid on social media. If that gets one woman feel freedom and feel worthy of taking care of herself, I'll go look stupid on social media. And so the groups are the job, and they're the thing that keeps you going on the hard days, when you feel like no one's paying attention to you, or they think that you're annoying, or you've been ghosted 700 times. Like, you go to your challenge group, you show up and you see those women who did say yes, and then you go fight for like more women to go say yes with you.
Okay, because I know there are probably some women here thinking this. What would you say to the woman who's like, I just feel so underqualified? Like, I currently don't have a workout routine. I've never had a workout routine. I'm not healthy. I don't do social media, but all of this sounds so good. I just feel like I couldn't do it. I'm not qualified for it. Erin.
Sorry, Peyton might be kind of loud, but so I am an orchestra teacher, and all my life I grew up playing violin, and I was never like, I did soccer when I was in middle school and high school, but like I never really worked out or did anything. I just had a really high metabolism, and then when I hit like my mid-20s, it like totally slowed down a lot quicker than I thought it was going to. But I started the workouts because I had gained some weight, and I saw it on an infomercial, and I was like, whatever, I'm just going to try it out, because I had tried so many other things. I tried all the other quick fixes and things, and this was something that was different. And I honestly didn't think that I could do it at the beginning, because again, I was not like a super fitness person. And then when I was showing up, I had coaches reaching out to me like, hey, you're a coach too. And I'm like, I had absolutely no idea about coaching. And to know that like I was already somewhat doing it, like I was already showing up and just like showing my sweaty selfie just to keep myself going, and that I could now do that for other people, was huge. And that was like a big limiting belief for me, was that I could only do music. Like I could only be a music teacher. I could only do those things. And like, I believe like God gave me a way of inspiring and encouraging women. And I've always known that, like, I've always been an encourager. And this just like lights my fire, like in a different way than teaching and music. And so I would say, like, if you have that limiting belief, like just step out and try and see what happens, because anything in life that you've done before, like you had to step out and try, right? Like, I know Paige has said this before, like when you go to college and you're going for education, right? Like, you don't know if you can teach, like, you don't know if you're going to be a good teacher or not, but like you're stepping out saying, I think I can, and then you do it and you learn along the way. And so don't let those limiting beliefs hold you back, and know that like you are more than just one thing. Like, even as a mom too, sometimes we limit ourselves and we're like, I'm just a mom. Don't ever say that. Like, you are not just a mom, and being a mom is like so empowering and like so amazing. And I'm a new mama, but like, for real, just know that like you can do so many other things. It's not just one thing.
Lauren.
So my story is a little bit different than Erin. I grew up being an athlete. I played soccer and dance. But looking back, like I just did what my coach told me to do. Like, it's not like I was training by myself. Like, I hit the floor and she said, do this, and I did it. Like, that's how it worked. And after college, I got married. I got into that really comfortable rut of being newly married, being a new teacher. And I would come home every single day so tired, and I would just sit on the couch and watch Netflix for like hours. And then I would sit there and I'd be like, I have to go to bed, but I'm so tired I can't even get to bed, which I feel like a lot of women can relate to. And with Beachbody, it's all laid out. So it's kind of like that coach aspect where in high school, like they told you what to do, but there's also so many options. Like, you can make it work for you. And when I started, I got to the point where it's like, what do I have to lose? Like, I need more energy. Like, I cannot get through the day being this tired. When I started, I lost 20 pounds initially. My husband had not done like any Beachbody program all the way through, and he lost 30 pounds. So it didn't just change my life, but it changed our family. And there's no way that I could have been a mom when I started this, because I wouldn't have had the energy or the confidence or the strength or any of that.
Ange.
I was just gonna say that, yeah, I'm very similar to Erin. I did not play sports growing up at all. I did not like, I was not the fitness person ever. But for me, I just felt like coaching is like, I love encouraging people, and coaching is a way that we can do that in an intentional way that's literally relatable to anyone. We all are like busy, and I think as women, especially, we like can put ourselves on the back burner, but it's so important to prioritize ourselves. And something that just stood out to me was like, all of us here are so different and our stories relatable to somebody else. So it wasn't about me like knowing everything. It was about me being like, I'm just going to show up as myself, like whether that's weird, whether that's like goofy, whether that's totally imperfect, which it is, and just be that. And all the other stuff kind of comes as you go and you learn as you go. So yeah, I don't think that you need a qualification at all. And that's what's so cool about this job, is that we all come from different backgrounds and we're all like passionate about different things. But the one thing that we are passionate about that's the same is just encouraging others in their health and fitness, and just wanting the best for people, for them to feel good. So yeah.
I love that. I think there's a reason that like most people aren't going to the gym to get a personal trainer. And I think it's because that's really intimidating. And the best thing about what we get to do is we are just relatable girls next door. Like that's what people feel like, because that's the truth on our own journey. And they get to see how our workouts work. If we're teachers, if we're stay-at-home moms, if we're marketing specialists, if we work in the corporate world, like we get to show our life and how we make health and fitness work into it without it being our whole life, the way that you feel about fitness professionals, So that's the best thing. Okay, I'm gonna open up the floor for those of you here learning. If you feel comfortable, unmute yourself and ask a question, or if you just wanna type it in the chat, you can do that as well. Nothing's off limits.
Hi. Hello, my name is Mariah, and I was just wondering if there were any women who is currently in the military or prior enlisted, or like that was police officers, like anything like in that field, and like how did y'all feel that these workouts like helped with that?
Anybody? I can't think of anybody. I'm not saying that that's not out there, Mariah, because for sure, I just don't know about on this call.
I know I have a woman on here that is the spouse to a police officer, but she is not a police officer herself.
Mariah, can you clarify? Do you mean because you're already physically fit because of your job, or do you mean for privacy?
Oh, no, just like, sorry. Just like, how does it, I guess like, cause like we have like all of these like PT tests and all of that stuff. And so I was just wondering like, how did they feel like that helped them with it? That was it.
I actually have someone who's active military in one of my groups. And she actually signed up so that it could help her with her test. So I could introduce you. She's actually with me. So yeah, she uses it to help keep her on track and have that accountability for her random test that she has.
Well, that's perfect, Hannah. If you can connect them, that might be super helpful. Any other questions? Okay, I'm going to finish up with the commitment. If you have questions, drop them, or don't be afraid to ask your coach after this, anything that you wonder. Okay, so if you're sitting here and you're like, okay, all of this sounds good and I'm ready, here's what it would look like. The first thing you would need is access to our workouts and our nutrition programs. So you'd be signing up with what we call a challenge pack. It's a savings bundle. It's $160 to get everything you need to be a coach and launch your business. $160. And your first order of business would be picking a program getting your own results and sharing the snot out of it every single day, sharing your routine, sharing seriously like your authentic feelings. If the workout was super hard, sharing it authentically. If you felt amazing, sharing that authentically, both online and in your real life, and talking to people about the workouts you're doing. It is as simple as that. Okay. Beyond that, each month you are required to make purchases to remain an active coach. And here's the thought behind that. If you are asking people to purchase our pre-workout or our shakes or our beach bars or whatever, we have to be proof that those products are good products. And it would be really hard to get somebody on board with using our products if you're not using them yourself. So monthly, you can buy literally any of our products. We have so many. We have greens that you can put into your shakes. We have Shakeology with so many amazing flavors. We have pre-workout that's plant-based and delicious, I would add. We have granola bars that are low sugar, high fiber. Like everything we have is top of the line, and you can choose what you want to buy every single month, and you can change it up every single month. The other thing I would say to you, because I know a lot of people are like, wait, I have to pay money monthly too, is that this is a business. And the faster you get into the mindset that this is a business, the more okay you're going to be saying, I'm investing, but I'm going to make more in return because I'm investing. You will not talk to a business owner out there who doesn't invest in their business monthly. That is not a thing. And this is the same way. And I promise you, I promise, can't tell you how much you're going to make, but I can tell you, if you come into this business, treat it like a business and show up like it's an actual job, you will make more money than you invest into it. You will. That's the way it works. Okay. So does anybody have anything else to add to that portion of it? The investment, the monthly stuff. I also want you to know, somebody mentioned in the comment section, just know when you do start, again, it's like any other job, we will help you succeed. We will train you. We will teach you everything you need to know. We have calls like this every Saturday where we teach you how to be successful in your business, and you have access to all of us to ask your questions all the time. So you're not alone. Anybody have anything to add?
Sorry, I have another quick question.
Yeah.
So like, so if you become a coach, do you have to be on these calls every Saturday, or is it like you have to make sure you at least make 1 or 2 Saturdays?
Yeah, that's a great question, Mariah. So you're the boss, literally. So I would say we would love to have you on every single call, and you're going to feel more connected and you're going to learn the most if you're here every week. However, life happens. We understand. We're not taking attendance. So if you can't show up, that's okay. And we have other options throughout the week. These calls are recorded, so you can catch them on the team page. They're on YouTube. And then other times throughout the week, you can hop on different calls. You'll be in our team page. Beachbody has a podcast. Like, it truly is yours, and nobody has their thumb on you, which is the best part.
And like showing up on here for team calls is like for you and for your business. Like, it's not like she said, nobody's here like taking attendance or anything, but the only thing that it can do is really like help you push your business forward. Because like, yes, we like to get together as much as we can, but like this is when we like get together weekly.
I would also say that, like, you know, life happens, and when you get when stuff comes up, and it's easy for us to like withdraw ourselves, at least it is for me to like withdraw from like other people. And if that happens, like, it's nice to know that you have a community to be able to lean on and know that they will like really support you. They care, and like that we care. And so being like at the team meetings and things, it is a chance, like everyone said, to kind of just reconnect. And so when you are having those times, it can be easy to be like, I don't have time for this, or I need to do something else. But just like come in and just, be there and lean on other people. And it really does help, especially in those harder seasons that you might walk through.
Okay, Hannah Ariano. Did I say it right? Okay,
That was a good one.
To finish us out and speak to the one who needs encouraged right now to step out in fear and do it, and then we'll be done.
Well, if you're even thinking about it, you need to just do it, because if you wait 5 seconds after this call, you're not going to do it, because the enemy likes to keep us from feeling confident, having community, growing, stepping out on faith. So of course he's going to talk you out of it. But yeah, if you're even thinking about it a little bit, you have nothing to lose. If you're already working out, or if you're already like interested, you have nothing to lose besides experience and getting the opportunity to try something out of your comfort zone. And then if you don't like it, you get to choose. But if you do choose to do it, I would set how long you want to do your best until you see if this was for you, and then start the day that you sign up. Because like I said, again, you're going to sign up. I'm going to start next week. You're not going to start next week, because it's just going to feel intimidating. It's going to feel overwhelming. And those are lies. Like, we have 28 people on here right now. There's community, and you're not alone. So just do it. And then if you don't like it, you don't like it. But you're going to like it.
You're gonna love it.